a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies.
And your grand champion, Market Hog. Congratulations, Hadley Hendrickson.
Awesome, awesome display in the last 2 days. We've got some really, really good pigs out here. We had some incredible showmen. See, these kids, I promise you they will never forget this. And see, they remember these moments. And then what happens is they create this repeat opportunity for me to do this, because they text me or they send me a letter and say, thank you for that. You know, I was left standing, but that is an opportunity I will never forget. We're gonna do one more thing, and obviously you know what it's gonna be. We're gonna go get you a champion here in a second, because we think there's a couple absolute gangsters out here.
Champion crossbred.
There you have it, Hadley Hendrickson with our champion crossbred.
This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
Hendrickson's a night to remember. Champion barrel, now the champion steer. That is a pretty impressive feat at this state fair, if I must say the least. Holy cow. Hendrickson, when it's your night, your night.
I had the opportunity to take Hadley to the beginning of the event that evening, and I have to say Indiana State Fair has outdone themselves. The show was amazing, and to see her, I actually took audio, to see her face light up when the music came on, this is the greatest show, and to build that momentum, and to see her eyes light up when the fireworks went off, and the light show, and the crowd roared. As a mom or a parent, I mean, it's so hard to express all the work that I saw her do throughout the summer, and then just to see her rewarded, to have the opportunity to grace the ground of the Indiana State Fair's dirt. I mean, the history of this event sends chills through everyone. And to see my child walk across that floor with to see my child walk across that floor with not only one, but 4 great animals, I don't have words for it. So we are truly blessed and thankful and excited that we have this opportunity.
We actually even discussed, what if we were able to go into the Indiana State Fair and be able to try to win the bears and the steers? And that was an actual conversation that we had, and so we really this spring worked hard. We drove miles upon miles, and along with Travis and Austin and them guys, helping us track down and really find the most elite barrels possible to put into our barn to at least give us the chance and the opportunity to start with an excellent set of bears to be able to bring to the Indiana State Fair. And luckily, with a lot of luck and a lot of hard work and a lot of help from everybody that was in that got in that picture that night with the 2 steers and the bear, we were able to accomplish our goal.
I remember us talking, Daniel and Hadley, about August 5th, and when we'd weigh bears and when we'd work how to walk them in their heads, we'd talk about August 5th. Every day we woke up from the moment we had those bears was August 5th and getting them ready. And Hadley, we changed the way Hadley shone so that she could get them drove right. And we'd have people come and watch them drive in our yard, and then we'd send videos and analyze what do we need to do differently, how do we need to work this. I mean, August 5th of 2018 will stick in our minds forever, not only because of what we accomplished in the Coliseum, but what we accomplished as a family.
To get to go in that Coliseum was a big deal for me, and I thought I could actually maybe pull this off. And I just didn't know. My animals, I worked really hard, and I knew a lot of people worked really hard. And I thought it was anybody's game because everyone worked really hard, and I was like, wow, this is really awesome to be in here, because there are so many people, and there were so many people in the barns, and there were so many people at home working, and so many and then in the Coliseum, the lights went off, and then there was like all these spotlights, and it was awesome. And I didn't realize before how big this deal was, and now I know, and it was awesome. I was crying so hard. It was amazing accomplishment for me. This is John Wilcox and Cole Wilcox, and they've done a lot to help us. They first found the steers when we went to go look at the people we bought them from, and they helped us a lot. And they were arguing over these 2 steers, and we were planning on just getting one, and we couldn't all decide on one because they were just arguing and arguing, and then we just decided to get both of them because with our luck, we would just get one and then the other one would do good. And so then we decided to get both of them, and it actually worked out really well.
We started with selling him a steer that we raised last year, and he was champion Simmental. And this year, they wanted to gear up and go for some crossbreds. And so we got him in their hands, and with a little girl showing, obviously the steer can pull them around. But with a lot of work and being calm and working with them, we got them to the right way they needed to be showed, and she did an awesome job.
The feelings, the emotions, the highs, the lows, the frustration, I wouldn't want to share it with any other family. I mean, when we talk about like life and doing things and friends and memories that will impact your life forever, I mean, this has changed our lives. I mean, I will never forget the moment that happened that night. And I mean, those 2 steers, what you guys gave us, I mean, and Andy the year before, we can't thank you guys enough. Like, I wish Trisha was here because she's like a second mom to Hadley, but this is what it's all about. The banners are great, but the friendships and the families and the memories last lifetime, and our family is now one, even though you guys, I mean, that's what it's about, and we just can't thank you guys enough.
I've been friends with Hendricksons for a long time. Daniel and I kind of grew up towards the, I guess about 93, the very first NJSS we went to. We were both there, did some leadership conference together, so kind of met through the show pig thing, and then it's evolved. I did an internship while I was in college with their outfit, and then fresh out of college, I worked for those guys for about a year and a half. And then they downsized a little bit, and then I moved back home and then started trading some pigs and raising some pigs, and still kept a very, very close relationship with them. And then their kids started showing, and we worked together on that for a long time. And it's been an awesome friendship all the way through, and something will continue for a long time. The Heimer bear, I mean, first time I got to see him, I haven't been to Heimers in probably 7 or 8 years. Jesse and I have a pretty good relationship. He sends me lists for the sales. So our deal with Heimer on the online sale, we just compare notes. He gives us a set of pigs and kind of ranks them, and then we see what fits for our program. Our main priority in January, I think, I put a list together of breeders that I wanted our crew to feed from, and Heimer was one of them. Daniel wanted to make the trip out, and Daniel and Hadley, and I think Ted went out, Daniel's dad, and they got to see Heimer's operation. Got to see, I didn't tell them my list, they didn't tell us his, and then we compared notes. And that bear was on the top tier of the list for sure. And first time I got to see him, he got back to Hendrickson's and was always the right build of a hog. And then the last month before State Fair, we got to see him a couple times, made some trips down. I think it's about 3 weeks out. That bear hit me pretty hard. We've got a great relationship with Hendrickson's. I mean, our kids, we do events together. Our group at Platte Show Pigs, we all kind of interweave and work together. You know, they show cattle through Caldwell's and Wilcox, which are customers of ours. You know, Hadley's great with our boys. I mean, it's an awesome friendship, and we work really well together. When she got the slap, it was awesome. We were all in the pen together. You know, gave Talinda and Daniel a big hug, and Austin and Adrian, we were all there. So it was an awesome feeling to achieve that with them and the Heimer firm and everybody involved.
It's been a fun deal to watch. I guess I met the Hendrickson family years ago through Travis Platt. You know, kind of showed pigs as a group, and it was very evident at that point, even though Hadley was young, that they were going to take this showing thing pretty serious and be extremely passionate about it. You know, and for 2 or 3 years, nothing was ever mentioned about a steer, and then a year or so ago, you know, they had made mention of a steer, and from my perspective in my business, it takes a family that's passionate, because, you know, the cattle industry and a fat steer for a state fair is not an easy thing to do. You are married to the inside of a cooler room for, you know, 100 days there towards the end, and I was excited when they said they were going to do it, simply because I knew they were going to work hard and do it right. That steer was a fun one for me. Most of the cattle, I go out west or wherever and I buy them. I may see them September, October when they're on the cow, bring them home and sell them. That one was special because Kevin Brimmer, that works for me, raised the calf. So that steer spent his entire lifehood, you know, in basically our backyard, you know, so I saw that steer every day of his life, and he truly was special from the day he was born. You know, I'll never forget Kevin coming back and saying, I think I finally raised a great one, and watching that steer progress all summer long, and he's just one of those, he never had a bad day. You know, even in the heat of the summer, he was one of those you could look at and you knew he was going to be good. So that made that special, especially for the Brimmers, but it was a neat experience for me to see one from birth to the end of a show career that was good his whole life, and you don't see that very often. I'm as for those that know me, I am creepily, or yeah, maybe creepily, I'm very superstitious. And the morning of that show, I stopped to get a pop at a convenience store and found a penny heads up. And typically I keep those for myself, for my own kids, and this is just one time I stuck it in the brim of my hat. We got to Indiana that day and she got ready to go back in for the cross steer, and I handed it to her, and I can be a bit of a smart aleck to Hadley. So I think she didn't know what was going on. So I gave her the penny and I told her I found it heads up, put it in your right boot. I think it'll be good luck today. And lo and behold, it did. Thank God it worked out for me, because my superstitions don't always work out. But that was neat. And you know, we're very competitive with the Hendrickson family in the pig ring. I mean, they're built just like we are. They're there to win. But the weird part is that, you know, it's hard to maintain friendships in this, as you all know, and that's one thing that we've been able to do. When we're there, they want to beat me and I want to beat them. But when it's over, we all go out to eat, we shake hands, and you know, Hadley is very driven in the showmanship part of it. And she's very good at it, and I razz her. Heck, one time she won a show box at the World Pork Expo, and I put a for sale sign on it and really spun her out. But you know, and I told her, I said, I will tell you that you are an awesome showman when you show an animal good enough to be grand champion at your state fair. And that's the first thing I told her when she come out. It's like, now I will tell you that you've won, you're an awesome showman. So that was pretty cool to watch. And like I said, they've been a great family to help because they have the same passion and drive that we do.
I'm Hadley Hendrickson, and I won Grand Champion Steer, Grand Champion Barra, and 5th overall steer. It took a lot of work, blood and sweat. It did. A couple times, some of the steers were being a little boogers, and sometimes we had doubts, and sometimes we were hopeful of it. But we just, for the whole time, we kept hope and love. I would not change this for anything. Like, I love this so much. Like, it is my life. Like, I wouldn't even be me if it wasn't for this, for all of this. There's so many friends and hard work and people that are thankful. It's a family project, and I love this so much. I just, like, it's my lifestyle.
Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new. Like a young John Cusack, like making big mistakes. I feel like for the first time in a long time, I am not afraid. I feel like a kid. Never thought it'd feel like this. Like when I close my eyes.